How's it going, everyone? Just gonna check to see how things are. At least we have sound on this one, holy. That's good. We got sound. Oh, whoop. Gotta send off a few things before we get started here. See if we can get some more viewers. Hopefully things look fairly good today. It is a little bit darker than usual, but hopefully I got a little bit of compensation on the brightness there so it doesn't look too bad. Just gonna send off some invites. Hope everyone's having a good night. If so, let me know in the chat. And I'll be right on the chat in 1 minute here. I should unzoom a little bit here. Voila. If anyone has any questions about any kind of PC stuff, let me know. I do a lot of DDR3, some DDR4, and a lot of DDR5 for RAM. Z690 motherboards I'm good with. Not so much Ryzen right now. Hopefully here in the future I will be doing a bunch of Ryzen stuff. So that way I have a little bit more information to give. There's a bit more different tunings for Ryzen and or AMD and Intel. Especially for RAM, there's a little bit of a difference there. There, just sent off a few invites, see if anybody wants to join the live stream. You got the chat right there. I do have the chat right there, so actually I guess I could put it on the screen too for me. Make it a bit easier here so I can just read off of the screen. I know I haven't been doing a lot of live streams or anything like that lately. A few things going on in life. It's the way it is. go. And this time we do have some sound, which is kind of nice. Not sure why last time it dropped the sound, so hopefully it stays on this time. Hope so. I hope so. Yeah, the picture of the actual thing is not where I am. I do know that. I do know. And the Wi-Fi's kind of crap right now, so... Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Hopefully. I don't know if I can... do these at the same time, maybe? Let's see. There we go. Alright, yeah, so I can't see it on my screen. That is fine. The internet's just not good enough. It's just gotta keep cutting in and out on me. That's fine, though. I can do that. I do have chat, though. I do have the chat. I might be working on a bench right... oh, not a bench. More like a shelf. Kind of looks like a bench right now, but... working on a shelf right now. Yeah, it's not PC stuff, but we'll take any questions on any kind of PC stuff that you have. But I don't do laptops, more or less just desktop computers, anything about CPUs, RAM, GPUs, motherboards, that kind of thing. I'm not even sure where I put my smokes. Just a little late night streaming. Say hi in the chat if you're new to the stream. Just say hi. If you're used to coming to my streams whenever I was on a lot, just say hi as well. And if you are coming back to my stream from before, what up? Yeah, as you can see. I don't know if you can see, yeah. A little bit of a mess, but us and that, just been working on a few things. More or less for my buddy, just working on a few things for him. Should make like a sign. Ask me any questions about PC stuff. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. The light's not very good in here, but I did a little bit of compensation, so hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it sounds pretty good. Last time I had no sound at all, so hopefully it's a bit better. Tonight's supposed to get pretty chilly, by the way, so hopefully it doesn't get too chilly. Might have to go get my other coat. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, usually I'm doing a lot more, like PC stuff, building the PC, taking apart stuff, modifying it. So It's kind of different just standing here talking, trying to make conversation to just maybe a couple people. Not sure who is here, but what up? I'll probably only be on for about an hour or two. We'll see how long. I might get busy and start doing something. We'll see. I will show what I'm working on. It's just a little something, something, just to make it look a little nicer for my buddy and his girlfriend and family for putting like food and other things on. Like it's just a storage shelf basically for the basement. So, I'll throw that on. Guess I can show the one shelf. The other shelves aren't put together with I believe it's a maple wood. It does smell like maple, and it cuts really nice too, and it's quite hard. Oak is usually more like has straw-like texture to it. This one doesn't, so I'm pretty sure it's a maple. Well, I won't be able to see it that well on camera. It's like a barnwood style. I just gave it a profile. And then this was a white board that was painted. Now it's got a nice dark stain to it. Yeah, I don't think you can see it too well on the camera, which kind of sucks. I do only have the camera on 1080p 60 frames, so hopefully that looks pretty good. Normally I have it on 4K, and you can usually see a bit more detail, because that would give me HDR as well, which give me a little more clarity. But it's pretty good. It's pretty smooth, pretty nice. Give it a nice little profile on it. Oh, that way. It's profile on 3 sides. That's the one board there. Yeah, the shelf is a little too big, so I can't really just bring it over here because I kind of had to move some stuff to set up my system so that way I can do a quick live stream. Oh, where did I put my CPU? That's right. I found one of my CPUs in one of my boxes, which is my X5650. Had to check it over to make sure it's still good. Doesn't look like I lost any of the SMDs on the back of it, so should be good. But I do need to put some oil and or thermal paste on it so it can stop the corroding on the copper. I do need to do that still. Just had that in my pocket almost all day now. How's it going, everyone? I do have this on low latency, so hopefully the chat is pretty kept up to the video as well. So if you do have any questions, just let me know. If you're not signed in, don't matter. What up? I should put away my CPU. I got stuff moved around everywhere. Oh, you can't even see it. I thought it was on the screen here. My bad. Give me 1 second here. Move that down over here so you can see it. There we go. Oh, bam. Now you can't see me, but I guess we can always zoom a bit. So I'm not sure if anyone's watched my videos at all, but I have been working on a custom small DAS. So this is filled up with 6 hard drives, or just powered all on this unit here. And as you can see, there's a slot here. So this is a Lenovo ThinkCentre M710E. And that slot there will eventually have one of these. And I made this right here out of a spare motherboard. So I made this out of a spare motherboard here. I'll zoom right in. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad on the stream. But I took this off, so I desoldered the SATA connectors, which are the male end of the SATA connectors. And it's not focusing very well. There we go. And wires, so the ends of the wires are soldered. You just hit it with like a hammer or something to flatten them, because the slots in which the connectors go into have to be flat to go into it. And it's just a male to male, so that way the female can be slid into that. And it's just soldered together, so it's all soldered. Let's see if we can get her. Focus. Focus. I would have to manually focus it. Focus. There we go. As you can see, the ends here. So this end, that end are soldered together, so it's one solid piece. And all these wires I put in, pretty easy. Just cut wires, make sure they're the appropriate length. Not all the connectors that go into it are the same length, so you'll have to, if you want to make it, you'll have to figure out the length yourself. But I kind of want to make a few more of these, and then I want to put it inside. In here, so where you see the slot, I want to put this so it goes inside, so I could just connect the hard drives to the inside of this one. And then whenever I want to move something around, I could just disconnect all the wires from here, this spot here, and make it a lot easier. And this is a DAS, not a NAS at all, or SAS, but a DAS, which is a direct attached storage. So holds 6 hard drives, like I said, all powered by itself. It's kind of nice. If anyone wants to see the video on that, I do have a video on that, which is a custom DAS video. it is a two-part. It's not done, of course. I'm going to be eventually, I will be making it a lot nicer out of aluminum. And then riveting it all together, bending it, making it look good. It will be about the same size because that fits 6 hard drives kind of nice. Might make it wider, but it'll weigh more. I don't want to have to move around that kind of weight all the way as well. And my NAS is actually heavy. It's a dual CPU server, which is the ML G6 HP ProLiant. It's a pretty big server. Weighs like 85 pounds without anything in it. So when you start putting weight into it, like hard drives and even the CPU and the CPU coolers into it, it weighs over 120 pounds. So it's not like it's a light little server. It's a fairly hefty one. It's a nice home server though. And then eventually I will be doing a small GPU and maybe another small GPU type server. So it's like a recording server rack. So I've been looking at server racks, but server racks, people are selling a whole bunch of them for like $100, which is kind of nice when they're generally about $700-800 just for the rack. I already have GPU style case racks or cases, but they're server racks for the server rack. And yeah, I just need to find a different kind of PDUs and maybe a new UPS, because my UPS, which is, let's say the power goes out and you still want internet and you still want your PC to run because you need to save something, or just to run it for maybe an hour or two after the power goes out. Got battery, and to make sure you don't lose any power. It's kind of nice. But the battery that it had in that is done. It's done for. I'm going to try to jump it, see if I can get it to charge again, but it's not a good one, so I'll have to get a different one. It is what it is. They only last so long. And we'll go back to full screen there. Yeah, if anyone's new to the channel, what up? If you have any PC questions, let me know. If you just want to say hi, say hi. Right now I'm just talking about random stuff that I've been building for streaming setup, recording setup, stuff like that. Hopefully the video looks good. Hopefully the sound's pretty good too. But yeah, there's the connectors that I want to keep making. But I don't have any more of these connectors because you can only really get them off of old motherboards. I'm not sure where to buy these actual connectors themselves, so I made my own. And I'm just organizing. If you want to see, I can move the camera around so that way you can see that better. Just organizing the Windows USB flash drives and a bunch of flash drives that I have for like my servers and stuff like that. That and moving around all my CPUs, like my FX Bulldozer. This is an 8150. Hopefully eventually I want to be doing some records for it, because this 8150, like I said, it's an FX 8150. They overclock on single core very high, so hopefully we can maybe do some dry ice or liquid nitrogen in the future and try to beat the record on that. Has been a while since I did check out my records though, but last time I had 6 records total, 8 second places and 20 or so like third and fourth, fifth places, or over 30 of those, which isn't bad. But trying to keep my my actual records is kind of hard to do, because some people are actually going out and actually trying to beat my records now, which is kind of nice. Competition, right? Also, I am selling CPUs again. Right now I'm selling X5570s. I'm selling a whole bunch of those. Selling some in bulk, some of them in just singles or doubles. If you want doubles, just message me. That is on eBay, by the way. I'm selling them for, I believe, about a total of $20. So they're very cheap if you want to buy one. Or if you want to buy a whole bunch bulk instead of like bidding on them, let me know and like just message me on eBay and I'll see what I can do for you. Because shipping's not cheap. It's usually $15 or $20 for shipping. So that's the thing. If you want to buy bulk or something like that, just message me on eBay. Also selling like other PC components. So like I'm selling my X1900 XT, which is a Mac Pro or Mac ATI graphics cards. So it's pretty good. I'm selling my X1300 Pro, which is another nice graphics card. My NX 8600 GTS by MSI, also selling that. I've already done what I can basically with it before modding it. I'm not modding these cards as I do want to sell them in the future. The only cards that I do my modding on are like my GTX 1070, 1080 Ti, 2080 Super, and my 3070 Ti that I have. My 3070 Ti holds all my records basically, except for one CPU, which is my X5570. If you do have a X5570, you can beat my record, by the way, on hardwarebutt.org. Pretty much anyone can. It's basically just past stock, so it's up to you if you want to do that. I do need to do more of my i7 930s, 920s, and stuff like that. These are some pretty good overclocking chips as well. They scale very well. Also, the X5570s scale well. The X5650s scale very well. And so far with the X5667 that I found, it doesn't scale as well, but you can get a very good like dual core running on it, which is kind of nice because it gives you a nice ratio to go off of. You can get a really nice overclock on 2 cores. Still need to figure out what I want to do with these little, what are these, hard drives, little hard drives. I think these are the 2.5-inch ones, the tiny little hard drives. I don't use them for my servers or my NASs or my DASs, as the longevity on these aren't that great. They're great for space saving and that if you just want to have something around for extra storage. They're good to have, but I don't recommend them. Let's see. This is my 12900K. Broken. Tried to fix it. Tried to solder on different SMDs to make sure maybe it was just an SMD, but again, didn't work. So I just got it for show and tell, basically, right here. This is a 12900K. Deleted. Slightly flattened. Lapped. Slightly. And then I also have a 13900KF. Same thing. Don't use direct dies, by the way, unless like you're really careful on these, because let's say the temperature changes too much, the temperature change can make it so it tightens even more, which is not good, and it will crack the die. These dies are really prone to cracking, and once it cracks, it can work, but some of the cores get too hot and it'll break the CPU. Kind of sucks. Do need to figure out what I did with my RAM though. My Samsung D-Die RAM. It's not the greatest, but it's decent RAM. And yeah, I do have my my little monitor still. Here it is. Still got it. Still got the remote, everything like that. Still works good. The only thing is I do want to still make the aluminum body. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it, so it's just going to stay like this for now, which is basically just cardboard and aluminum tape to hold it together. That way when I do get maybe a finalized, I might keep it like this for now. We'll see. I can just unfold it, trace it out onto aluminum, cut it out what I want, figure out the bends on that, and it'll give me the exactly what you see here, which will give me the fan, all the holes that I need for the connectors, and the infrared sensor there, so that way I can use the remote still. This is a 1080p LCD monitor right here, 1080p 60 Hz LCD monitor. I do have a video on that, and it gives you where you can find on Amazon. You can find them for about $45, which is kind of nice. And yeah, they are really nice, just, you know, like a little monitor that you want to see. And then I do have my PC here too. We'll show my PC, it's just right here beside me. There it is. Still got my PC. I do need to change the water. The water's not, so this water's not dirty. Like, it's not actually green. It's not like it's got algae or anything. It does have a type of antifreeze in it, so that way it can handle these colder weather, especially right now where the temperature's getting below zero now. So it still works just fine. Do have the 3070 Ti in right there. You see, it has the two EVGA fans that I had to solder onto a different connector to make it work, and it has the other Zotac fan onto it as well. Don't get your fingers too close to the fans, you will break them and hurt your finger quite a bit. Yeah, everything's still here, working pretty good. These are my CPUs. These are X5570s that I'm currently selling. Keep them in a nice secured box. Right here is the 3770K with the ASUS Z77 motherboard. I do want to get some records on that, as I don't have records on it yet. I only have some top 3s and top 5s. So I do want to see if I can get some records with the i7 3770K. That's in there. It's not actually the B55, B55, B550 Tomahawk. It's not what it is. I got the, what did I get in this? I forgot what I got in this. I think this is the box that actually this motherboard came in. Not the CPU, but the motherboard came. No, the ASUS P6 motherboard. So my LGA 1366 came in this motherboard box right here, which is nice. So try to keep my motherboard boxes because it's good for good storage. They're actually some fairly nice boxes. They got not thick cardboard, but they're like that really strong cardboard. I like that for storage. Yeah, I got all that stuff still, just right here beside me. More or less because I'm trying to sell a few things. Yeah, my bad. I'm just gonna check a few chats here. Send off a few more invites. See if anybody wants to. See if anybody wants to join. Yeah, if anyone's new, what up? Just say hi to the chat, and we'll be right back to the chat here in a second. Just a second. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. And a good night, depending on where you are, I guess. Haven't been keeping up with a few things as I've been pretty busy, as you can all tell. Alright, we're back. We're back at her. We are here. It's not getting as cold as what it said it was. It's supposed to get pretty cold tonight, but it doesn't seem that way now. I figured what happened to my GT240 guys, it's not working. Was trying to get to work just so I can have a spare little computer by, but I don't know why it was not posting with any picture. Pretty sure I checked it over and it was looking fairly good, but I think SMD got knocked off and I can't figure out where. I'll have to grab my multimeter and see. I should actually grab it now, see, test a couple spots on it, just to see if there are any spots. I don't see any kind of like actual damage. Did work, but now it does not want to work. Yeah, I like my EVGA, that's why I still have this card. Because I use this card because it has, especially for my overclocking, it has my HDMI, has my VGA, and has my DVI. So just in case you gotta use different monitor or anything like that, has it. It's kind of nice. If you're new to the chat, what up? If you want to say hi, say hi. If not, hopefully you're having a good night. Yes, it's not the picture in the live stream. I just used an old picture from my old live streams. This is a different location, of course. We'll see how long I am streaming for. Might grab a chair, just sit down, kind of relax. Yo. I'm here. I am here. There we go. Try to set up the mic a bit. And we'll bring it on down. How's it going, everyone? I do have a live chat here if you guys have any questions on PC stuff. If you just want to say hi, say hi. Hopefully the chat, or hopefully everything looks fairly good for you. I normally have it on 4K, but I only have it on 1080p right now. Just because I have to reset a bunch of stuff up. A lot of things reset for some reason. Does it all the time. Actually, the sound resets and disconnects all the time. That's what happened to me. Yeah, $15 mic. Could even go grab a couple graphics cards to them as well. Not the most entertaining video, or live stream, but it is what it is for right now. I'm usually doing a lot more than this, by the way. I used to do a lot of PC stuff, building PCs, modifying, customizing, that kind of thing. Building custom cases for my DASs and stuff like that, or like setting up a NAS, showing how to do that as well. Cleaning PCs, stuff like that. Usually doing a whole lot more. So hopefully it doesn't look too bad for you. Hopefully not all stuttery too. I don't have the greatest connection right now. Seems like it's fairly stuttery. Shouldn't be too bad. I think it's like the drop frames. Yeah, I've dropped a lot of frames. Over 45 minutes of drop, 5,700 frames, so not great. Definitely not great. If anyone's new to the chat, what up? Yes, this is a very boring one, just basically sitting here now, was walking around. If you would like me to talk about any kind of PC stuff, let me know. Recommendations, stuff like that, depending if you're a gamer, streamer, just recording. If you do workstation type stuff, so like editing and stuff like that, there's a whole lot to it. My system is a fairly hefty system. I got a Z690 horse master with custom monoblock. I'm using Hynix M die, 48 gigabytes Hynix M die for that. At 7200 mega transfers, and they're overclocked to 76 right now. They do go higher, but I find 7600 is good for stability, stuff like that, especially when you're doing streaming and stuff like that. While trying to show some things, putting strain on the system could crash the system. So I just have them basically set for stability. And they're Hynix M die, so everything's tuned as low as it can go. Only have a 12600K in it right now, but it's more than enough for streaming and that. Generally, I'll be using like 13900K or KF. I am here. Just trying to send out some more invites to people that might want to join the stream. Still don't know how to send off like an invite to everybody, so it just takes a while. It's almost 10 o'clock though. Let's see how much longer I'm on for. Not sure how much longer I'm gonna be on for. If you're new to the stream, what up? I do have a live chat going, so, and it is set fairly quickly, so how's it going? Do want to check the temperature of my CPU, though, because it is a chilly night tonight. What is it right now? So my CPU is at 15 degrees. It's at 15 degrees Celsius right now. Fairly chilly. Do believe I've had this 12600K down to negative 20 before. With this setup, like I said, I do use like antifreeze, more or less for car radiators, as it has like a type of lubricant in it. And it's just a mix you can put into it. It's not recommended for anybody, but it's good for the seals and all that too. It doesn't eat away at anything. As long as you have a... It's nice that this whole setup basically only uses about 25 watts while streaming. It's very nice. Yeah, 25 watts while streaming. There we go. There's a frost advisory. Oof. Was that tonight? Yeah, probably tonight. I can just feel the air coming from my my radiator. It's pretty chilly. So that's why I wanted to check my CPU temperature. It's only 15 degrees. It's fairly cold. So it's kind of nice. I could do some overclocking, actually. Show how I do it. Still don't have a capture card yet. So once I get a capture card, I'll build up another streaming dash recording system, and then I'll show how to do all the voltages on all the cores and all that, and tune it till I get a heftier CPU. As my other ones are broken due to a direct die. Oops. I can see my breath though. So it is definitely getting chilly tonight. I'm glad you signed in. Hopefully you're having a good night there, Ricky. Yeah, in the background there, right there. Big mess, more or less, because I'm working on some shelving. Actually, what is my CPU at? What am I at right now? think I'm only at, yeah, I'm only at 4.7 gigahertz all core, and the E core is only at 3.6. I've overclocked it to 5.5 gigahertz on all cores and 4.3 gigahertz on the E cores. 12600K. I had about 1.365 volts, which isn't half bad. Can't believe my RAM temperatures are actually fairly high. They're, I think my RAM is at 19 degrees on one and 17 degrees on the other. At this temperature, I'm pretty sure it'd be a lot colder, but they are running at 7600 megatransfers, so. But they're not doing anything, so I thought they'd be a bit cooler. No fan on them, but still, it is what it is, I guess. GPU's at, actually I should put the fan speed going, so let's open up some MSI. Open up some MSI. If anyone wants to actually see the screen, I can make it so you can see my screen. I just don't want to do that right now. I do have the window open, so I just bring in a cool air right now. I kind of want to see what kind of temperature. Yeah, I don't care about updating the MSI right now, so stop. There we go. You might hear the fans go. They get pretty loud on this GPU. Just gotta crank it, see how cool it gets. Fans off, it was at 25 degrees Celsius. It's dropping fast, 20 degrees now. Yeah, I'm having a fairly decent night. Just wanted to stream. Hopefully people will join on. Maybe subscribe. I'm getting close to getting monetized, so be nice, but I don't think I'm gonna make it this year. Then it starts over on the next year, so we'll see. 15 degrees now on GPU. Actually, maybe I'll make it so everyone can see. Sure. Display capture. Make myself a bobblehead here. There we go. See the temperature of my GPU now. 13 degrees. It's pretty chilly for a GPU. It's one thing you gotta be careful of though. It doesn't matter if you're using air, water, or anything. If you get below zero, you can break something, as in the air cooler, the liquid metal it'll just stop flowing basically, because it has to be at a certain temperature to start flowing throughout the pipes. And if it's so cold, it's just gonna stay in one spot. If it gets too cold, it can burst the pipes. Same thing with liquid as well. So like even an AIO or something like that can burst. 13 degrees. Looks like it's gonna stay around 13 degrees. No, 12. So that's pretty chilly. That's pretty chilly for a GPU. Yeah, 12 degrees looks like it's gonna be the max. That's pretty good though. Alright, put it back to auto, because that's really loud. There we go. If you're new to the stream, what up? If you do have any questions, let me know. Should put my thermometers and that in just to see what kind of temperature the water's at. I'm gonna say probably around 10 degrees though, because it usually is about 5 degrees difference in temperature. The monoblock that's on the system here, I guess I could show that too. The monoblock that's on this system here
It's a CPU and motherboard monoblocks, which are really big copper base, basically, that cools everything. Since the motherboard's basically pulling no power, there's no heat coming from that. Only heat really is coming from the CPU, and it's only pulling maybe 10 watts max, maybe 9 watts. I guess I could show that too. So we'll go back down, boom. Then it's covered up there, so we'll bring it over there. We'll show how many watts I'm really at, and so I'll spike up to, looks like I spiked up to 26 degrees on the CPU, but I'm only doing about 15 generally, if I'm not doing a whole lot. And then I've peaked up to 33 watts, generally around 15 watts on the actual CPU. It does go lower, but I have the hardware monitor on, I have a bunch of things going, so it will peak up a bit more, maybe peak up a bit more when it does like an update of some sort too. My PL1 is maxed out in the short power max, PL2 is maxed out too. It does not hit this 4,000 watts, of course, but I just always have it set so it does have no limits, so it won't, I don't have to worry about any kind of limits on it. It's kind of nice. And then I am hitting about 4.9, 4.7 usually on this. Temperature for my RAM, right here, 18 and 17. They're usually about 1 degree apart, as the one that's closer to the CPU is going to be a bit warmer. And then my 980 Pro, sensor 1 and 2, so 26 and 40. It's good temperature. The lower the temperature on these kind of SSDs and NVMEs, the lower temperature, the less performance you get, which I don't get, and no one really gets why you get less performance the cooler you get these, by the way. It's just odd. And yeah, I've gotten 13,232 hours on this NVMe, and it's still in excellent condition, health, 97%. I have ran it through a bunch of like hard drive and NVMe Test Excellent. So it's good for another probably 8 or 9 years, which is really good. My GPU is still temperature hotspot. It's at 17 still with no fan speed running at all. And my GPU, it did hit 67 watts, but that was only because it was doing something for me for a little bit there. But as you can see, I'm only hitting about 13, 14 watts while streaming. And that's more or less because the encoder needs a little bit of wattage, so that's why. Generally it's a bit lower than this, to be honest. It's kind of high right now, not sure why. Even though this GPU can go over 400 watts, no problem. I've gotten up to 435 watts, I believe. And yeah, it doesn't have that max of wattage. Usually you can only get these cards go up to about 370 to 380 watts. But I can get it to go a bit higher than that. And utilization limit, I've gotten that. No power limit because I haven't done anything. It's kind of nice. Oh, that's why. It's fighting with probably my UHD graphics card. This I generally have off, which is the graphics card on the CPU. I generally have it off. So that's probably why I'm pulling a little bit more wattage than what I'm generally used to with the CPU. Because the CPU should be around maybe 9 watts right now. And it's around 15. Is what it is, though. I'll get things set back up to the way it should be. Very low power while streaming. That's why I built this kind of system. Just for low power streaming purposes. Hey, how's it going, Strikeheart? Sorry, I just looked at the chat. Not much. Just living life, buddy. Living life. Yeah, I probably won't be on for too much longer. Not too much longer. We'll see. We'll see though. If you're new to the channel, what up? Usually I'm doing a lot more, by the way. Right now I'm just talking away. Answering questions. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, hopefully you're having a good day or a good night. I do want to go over my GT240, figure out what's going on with it as I'm getting a black screen with it. Everything posting up proper, but it's not giving me what I want. I don't see what the issue is, as I don't see any problem. I'll have to get out my multimeter. Maybe I'll just have to clean it up. We'll see. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But this is the card I generally like to use for all my overclocking. I should, is that a... Yeah, so maybe I'll check the, by the looks of, there's a fuse on it. Maybe I'll check the fuse, see if it's blown or not. Oh! My multimeter's underneath the monitor. Monitor right now and the camera and all that set up on top of my toolboxes, so... And in my toolboxes is my multimeter. Well, shoot. Yeah, it's life, buddy. Sometimes life gets a little crazy and you can't do what you want to do, but you gotta do what you gotta do before you get to do what you want to do. Trust me, my life is not so great right now, but it is what it is. Gotta get through it. Probably won't be streaming again for a while again, so we'll see. We'll see. I might go get my heated jacket though, because it is getting chilly. Did get myself some Bondo though. I got some Bondo and I got some black paint. Buddy gave me a bunch of black paint because he's never gonna use like spray paint and stuff like that. So maybe I'll fix up a couple of things here, like some of my PC cases, my dad's as well. Fix them all up. Also did want to fix up my dual CPU server that I have, the ML G6, ML 350 G6. I do want to fix up that because it does have a few dents in it. That's what happens when you get stuff very cheap. But I should be able to fix it up fairly cheap too, which is a bonus. Yeah, a lot different of a video than I normally do. Usually I'm set up in a nice spot, but for now, this is how it is. Oh! At least I get to actually have a smoke. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I got a bunch of cases. I got rid of a bunch of cases too, so I don't have all the cases that I normally do, but I do have a few of them. Because they have the actual Windows, like Windows Vista, Windows 7, and the keys for them. So like all the Pro versions and special edition versions for some of them have the keys, like the Windows keys for them. So it's kind of nice. That's really the reason why I kept the cases, because I have to figure out a way to peel off the stickers, as they're very old stickers. And I want to keep them in a very good shape. And then those cases are fairly small. Might make a different kind of NAS. Other live streams I was talking about making a NAS out of one of my Dell cases, so maybe I'll fix that case up, make it look all pretty again, because it's heavily damaged, heavily scratched up, so maybe I'll fix that up and make a nice NAS out of it. Yeah, if you got old PC cases and that, and if you can reuse them, man. I like to keep stuff as like the e-waste. Cases don't matter. Cases are just getting melted down and built into something else, but a lot of the e-waste doesn't. Just the gold and copper and whatnot get reused. All the epoxy, like resin, all the other layers that hold it all together, it's just all garbage and wasteful. Plus, a lot of things in value, like put up a couple things for sale. The graphics cards of the prices of them are very high right now, and people want them, so I put them up for sale for now. See if anybody wants them. And I am selling CPUs right now on eBay. If you look on eBay, X5570s, I am selling them for about $20, or I'm selling a bunch of them in bulk. 50 of them, or 20 of them. I do have about 90 of them still. Let's see here. See exactly how much. Because I put it on for bids for the bulk buy. Just because shipping is not cheap. Man, it's just too slow right now, so hopefully the connection's not terrible. Oh, the Dell has a removable backplate. That's nice. Usually they don't have a removable backplate or anything like that. Usually they're a solid piece. All the cases have little I/O shields, so that's nice too. So I can always throw in a different motherboard, like a high-end motherboard, as long as it fits into it. The one small, actually, I'll go grab it. Be right back. I'm just gonna grab the Dell case. I'm gonna be putting in a micro ATX motherboard, more like a high-end one, probably Z690 or Z790. We'll see. Yeah, maybe I'll be getting the Discord set up in the future, but for now, it's too much to do, man. It's really too much. Promoting the channel, streaming, Discord is quite a bit of a challenge right now in my life, so I can't be doing anything like that. So eventually I'll be getting that back up. If you guys are new to the channel, what up? I'll be right back. Yeah, the amount of notifications and this person added you, this person did that, and it's like, okay, well, I can't have the notifications off because some people message us. A lot of people message me on like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, stuff like that, everything where I have it all set up. So this is the one case that I have that I would like to make something out of. And one where, make sure I block that out, because this is my Windows Vista Special Edition Pro version that has Windows key and all that. I want to put in, as you can see, Q-tip. It's a small form factor, of course, but I gotta get a new, different kind of power supply for it, so that way I can actually use it on different kind of, like the newer motherboards, not proprietary. And you can get them. They're about $60 though, and I don't want to spend any of that kind of removable back plate and all that. I will be making a nice little PC out of this one day. It's a nice little case though. It's an Acer. What Acer is this? It's an Acer Aspire 1333. That's right. Yeah, Flex ones are nice. They're nice and small. And then my Dell case with the i3. So if I take off this sticker here, they don't make them anymore, but if you take off this sticker and like paste it on, like stick it onto glass, which I would love to get, just buy like thousands of these kind of stickers. So all the Intel stickers from years ago, it shows the actual like architect of the CPU die on the back of the sticker, which is, I think, so cool. One of the coolest things. I'm not sure why they stopped doing it. But this is my Dell Inspiron. And that's another small form factor case, very small. I would like to make another nice small PC out of it. Because this one's actually in really good shape, like very good shape. Very happy about it. And I have to get the sticker off, of course. This one has the Windows 7. Yeah, this one has the Windows 7 Home Premium. I got a bunch of other cases that have like Windows 7 Pro Premium as well. Yeah. It's just a little bit smaller than that Aspire. Very nice. I think the smallest one is my dad's case. Full of hard drives and has a power supply in this that I spliced, soldered the wires, and put some more SATA connectors onto it. So all the hard drives are powered right from this unit. Right here. It's all powered by itself. I will be making this better eventually. Then making this a whole lot better eventually. It's a ThinkCentre M710E. If you want to search that up, it's by Lenovo. And it's like a 10-inch by 11-inch by 3.5-inch, I believe. Very small PC case. Yeah, those minis are nice. I did make my mom one of those really small. What are they called? I should search it up. It's not like the big version, so you can get the really thick versions of them. It's the thin model, but it has a i5 7500T in it, which is a very low-powered 45-watt CPU, but it's very powerful for what it is. And I put as much RAM as I could hold in it. I think it has like 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes of RAM, and I think it has an NVMe I put it into it as well, so it's really fast. Yeah, the 6100 i3s are very low powered too, like 30 watts or something like that, 35 watts. Still very good CPU too, though, especially for like a low powered system. They're just really good. Yeah, sorry the video is all choppy. I don't have the internet set up all that great right now, as usually I would have my Wi-Fi adapter a lot closer. And right now I'm inside a little steel box, like it's literally steel siding, steel everything, so it's literally not the greatest for Wi-Fi. 8 gig? Yeah, nice. That's all you really need. You don't need more than that unless you're playing some like heavier games or doing like some heavy editing, which a lot of people don't do that kind of stuff. They're just searching stuff, maybe watching YouTube, watching some like TV, and it's more than enough for that. yeah, I haven't been making a lot of live streams, so, and post notes out, like post a note to people, and don't have time because I up every time I do it, so it is what it is for now, at least for now. That's life. Got a lot to do, and we go through a lot, and that's how it is. Yeah, I'm watching the video on my phone. I can see how choppy it is, and I've lost. So I've been streaming for an hour. I've literally lost 24,000 frames. When I usually only drop maybe 1 or 2 frames the whole thing. I've dropped now almost 25,000 frames. 28. Like I'm just dropping frames. Hopefully the audio's not too bad. Been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. I've lost 25,000 frames. Well, hopefully you get some sleep, man. Everybody needs their sleep. I usually only get about 4 to 6 hours, so that is 6 hours is plenty enough for me. But 4 to 6 hours is usually what I get. If maybe once every couple of weeks I'll get like an 8 hour, and that's I just feel zonked. I feel zonked if I get 8 hours or more. Yeah, you'll start feeling like a zombie if you're not getting enough sleep. Is the audio echoey? What if it got rid of some of my settings then? Probably got rid of... Oh, echoey. So, what we'll do is... figure out why it's doing that. Take away display. There, hopefully that's better on the echoey, because it shouldn't be echoey, it should be really good, unless it's trying to capture dual audio for some reason, just because I had display capture and it was doing it from there as well. At least you have free time. Right. That's why I haven't been streaming, because I haven't had any kind of free time. Zero free time. If anyone's new to the stream, what up? You can say hi if you want to say hi. If not, hopefully you're having a good night or day. Generally, I'm doing a lot more in my streams, so this might seem pretty boring, but if you have any questions about PC stuff... Holy, I'm losing the frames. There we go. If you have any questions about PC stuff, let me know. I do a lot of overclocking and know a lot about gaming setups, streaming setups, recording setups, and editing setups. I do want to get my multimeter out, though. I do want to get my multimeter out, but the cord I'm using for a good cord, so I'm pretty sure I'll lose video as soon as I move it. Yeah, I'm getting dual sound for some reason. And maybe that'll fix it. Uh-oh. What happened? Am I still here? Oh, it disconnected on me. It disconnected on me. There, that should have fixed the sound though, so there's no more reverb in it. It was doing a dual audio sound for some reason. Every time I disconnect and reconnect this mic, it changes settings for some reason. That's what happens when you buy a cheap mic. But it was cheap. It was really cheap. Yeah, it should be all back now. Pretty good. The only thing is I'm still dropping frames like crazy. Yeah, happens though. Happens with some mics. Apparently, if you get like really good wireless mics, they're incredibly bad for doing that and just dropping for no reason. This one's a wired one though, so it's just a cheap one. See if that helps my actual stability though. It's not helping my stability. Still losing a lot of frames. We're trying to connect to the. Let's see. What if I can change it to. Yeah, because I'm on 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth would be better for where I am, actually. So it would. the 5 gigahertz band wave does not like to go through a whole lot of metals and thickness of walls. 2.4 gigahertz works better for that. But I think that is it for the streaming tonight. Hopefully everyone's having a good night. And later on in the future, hopefully I'm in a different location and streaming like how it should